welcome back to Glenn Merton DDS. I don't fucking know. What other characters we got? This guy looks cool. He's got a helmet. What did it say his name was? Bucky Larson? Like that movie Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star? Anyway, so let's try to find some courses we haven't done. Oh yeah, they got a free skate for fools like us who can't actually play the game well enough to unlock the courses. But we'll look at that later. Since this is technically a collection of 2 games, we have to look at the second game in the collection. Or else, I don't fucking know. So yeah, same objectives as always. Collect the floaty thing, do some cool tricks, blah blah blah. We done yet? We're only 1 minute in and I'm already getting winded. I don't know how I got to... Wow, Jesus. The screen was all vibrato. Anyway, I don't know how I got to be so goddamn winded. I can't even do this for 1 minute now without needing to stop and take a break. So yeah, this guy's got a helmet with a star on it. So here's, speaking of helmets, where did the whole idea of retarded people wearing helmets start anyway? Has that always been a thing, or did that just start in like the last 30 to 40 years? I feel like that wasn't always a thing. I mean, I understand the purpose is to prevent them from hurting themselves, but what did they do before the invention of helmets? Did retarded people just get injured horribly before then? Just bash their head into things? And where's this going? No wonder nobody watches this show. This is awful. Yeah, I gotta learn to moderate myself so the SJW crowd doesn't come and get me. There he is! It's the man from the television. Okay, so skateboarding still. We did a cool kickflip just then. That's really not something to be proud of. That's an extremely basic move. Simple stuff. Simple and clean. When you work away. Am I just gonna BS for 10 minutes, or am I gonna actually say something about the game? Well, what can I say that isn't immediately obvious? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a video game where you ride a skateboard and do tricks starring Tony Hawk of skateboarding fame. You can pick up the controller with your hands and press the buttons to do the tricks, which will earn you points. The points can be used to unlock new stages after they reach a certain value. Yeah, that's what a regular-ass Let's Player would sound like. Who in the hell would want that? Just pointing out super obvious stuff that doesn't need to be said. Okay, so, I don't know why the screen's all shaky like that at the start. Some kind of Parkinson's simulator. Poor old Michael J. Fox with his Parkinson's. It's an awful, awful way to go. Poor guy. There's a way to make that helicopter there take off and unlock it and unlock a new part of the stage, but I don't know how to do that. I do figure it out later since this is a pre-recorded video, but that's not until a couple minutes from now. So you'll just have to wait, I guess. What's that say? The Andrecht invert? That name sounded rather European. It seemed like the pronunciation would have lots of phlegm on the end of it. Can you just imagine some weird foreign guy trying to get in on skateboarding, and that's the trick that he made up? Is, do you guys know how to do the Andrecht invert? I don't fucking know. I gotta stop being racist to the Europeans of the world or whatever. This episode is just a rambling mess. But aren't they all like that to an extent? How can you come up with 10 minutes of things to say about this? That letter E is just far too high for a simpleton like me to be able to catch it. How can we ever win this when the letter E was all the way up there? It's just like that That episode of AVGN where he tried to get the letter D in DuckTales for the TurboGrafx-16, and he could not do it. I looked up a walkthrough of that exact game later because I wanted to know what the letter D did, and the guy making the walkthrough couldn't get it either, so I guess it's just a mystery. I mean, it was a TurboGrafx-16 game, so it's not like anything too surprising is gonna happen. It's not gonna cut to like a secret FMV that's like in 1080p of like a live action man congratulating you and congratulations on collecting the letter D in DuckTales for the TurboGrafx-16. We're all so proud. That was the second guy who walked onto the shot afterwards. I'm just kind of fucking around at this point. I don't even know what my goal is. Just like in real life. Oh, fuck me. Gotta stop landing horizontally. That's not what they want. They said exactly that in that tutorial we looked at several days ago. Or in your case, several minutes ago, because I'm assuming you're watching all these in order. Many years from now, when I've shuffled off the mortal coil and people will look back on my work as a Let's Player and watch it all in one sitting, and you think I'll ever get that famous? Probably not. Wouldn't that be cool if people wrote books about me someday and went back and studied my works, 'cause I was just that famous as a Let's Player. I was revolutionary. Okay, see, look, the helicopter moved, just like I said it would. I don't know what I did to make it happen, but there it goes. And now it's destroying the set, just like Eric Andre, or Vanilla Ice on that one reality show. Remember that incident in the early 2000s where Vanilla Ice was on a reality show and he destroyed the set for some reason? Maybe someday I'll have like a subreddit of dedicated people who can look up the things I'm talking about and point them out to the rest of the ignorant fan bases. And if you're wondering what he was talking about at such and such minutes, here is the clip, and then they'll link it. I can only hope to be that famous someday. If people did write books about my Let's Playing, what would they title it? The Horrible Man Who Didn't Say Anything Funny in 10-minute increments. Yeah, that sounds good. Better than that other lousy shit they come up with. There's some YouTube, something or other, and they had a book written about them and it didn't even make any sense. Like, I guess it was one of those things that only makes sense if you follow them. It was called The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, and what the hell kind of stupid Gen Z garbage is this? It barely even sounds like English. Does it need to be stated that the book is not on fire? That is very clearly easy to observe. I don't get it. The world sucks. As Professor Farnsworth once said, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Remember when that was a meme in 2011 and Redditors would use it to justify any kind of shitty opinion they had, and, just straw man arguments, like, they'd look at this doofus and they'd say something that's really not that bad, like, I think such and such video game was pretty good. And then under that they'd put, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And, well, that's all it takes, huh? Somebody had a different opinion than you about a video game, and now you want to get off the planet. Nobody can follow my inane ramblings. This is all just crazy talk. That's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk. That was a SpongeBob quote. Remember that? Has that episode been pulled out of rotation, the one that I'm referencing? I know a couple of the old ones have officially been pulled from a cable television and streaming services. Most famously, there's the one where Mr. Krabs has the midlife crisis, and they don't show that on TV anymore because there was the scene where they go to his mother's house and they steal you know the plot. So yeah, can't have that on television no more. People are much more aware of how the world works. You can't put You can't put adult jokes in kids' shows anymore. Or else somebody's feelings might get hurt or something. I don't know. I hate the world. Not just because of that, but because of everything. So we got one more episode of Tony Hawk whenever the hell I get around to it, so stay tuned for that. Do I have the mic on? Oh, okay, thank God. Thought I forgot to turn on the microphone. That would suck.